Bison or bear? Get your binoculars out. What is that?
I think that's a bear.
Is it a fucking bear? Is it a fucking bear?
Bear? And here we are, the East Gate entrance of Yellowstone National Park. Some of us were afraid to pee in bottles, so as they rushed to the bathroom, I'm gonna pop out and touch some of this bona fide Yellowstone grass. I quickly noted the bear-proof recycling bins. They reminded me of a popular quote from a Yosemite National Park ranger who said, and I quote, "There is considerable overlap between the intelligence of the smartest bears and the dumbest tourists." Of course, the ranger was probably speaking about food containers, but I'm sure that went for recycling bins as well. Anyway, we're now getting our first look at Yellowstone on the other side of the gate. This is the official park. We have mountains towering overhead, patches of snow cling stubbornly to the cliffs, and pine trees stretch across the valley like they've been waiting centuries for someone to appreciate them. But before we get into the thick of appreciating them, now is the perfect time to mention the epic tragedy that will take place today. You see, today is May 4th, 2026. And, unbeknownst to us, later today, 2 hikers over in the Mystic Falls Trail area will be severely mauled by a grizzly bear. According to nationalparkservice.gov, the park staff believe a female grizzly bear with 2 or 3 cubs were involved in the encounter. And that means these 2 poor souls probably walked upon it accidentally. Lucky for us, we are keeping to the far east side of the park today. We'll probably follow the northern edge of Yellowstone Lake, past Grizzly Peak, cruise by Lake Butte Overlook, and see whatever looks interesting along the way. Obviously, if you're seeing this footage, then that means we probably didn't get killed by grizzly bears or our own reckless calamity. True. But one may ponder, did we actually come close to a dangerous encounter while we were here? Grizzly bears do in fact generally emerge from hibernation between mid-March and early May. Did we plan for that? Nope. Did we bring bear spray? Not at all. But you know what I did bring? My Gladius machete, as well as my Conor McGregor-inspired noodle arm technique. And yes, of course, obviously, a grizzly will use my machete as a toothpick for after it eats me. But hopefully I'd buy enough time for my family to get away. On a lighter note, we have here the mountains. This time of year, they are still holding on to winter, wrapping everything in fresh snow while the pines patiently wait for spring. This creates landscapes that feel frozen in time. But you want to know what's not frozen in time? Me. So let's walk on a random dead tree, shall we? The way I like to see it, the nature here is kind of like a park employee. I paid money, now it must entertain me. But how nature entertains me is up to me as long as there is no rule against it. And yes, I do realize I am the kind of person who the park has to make so many rules for. I accept that I have a slight case of thrill-seeking syndrome.
Hey, that's not bear tracks, is it? Look at the claws.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Does that not look? Do you not see the claws?
It's no what?
Dude, that's gotta be bear tracks, right? looks.
Speaking of thrill-seeking, it looks like our trip has just went from, look at the pretty snow too. Something large with teeth may have been here recently. Indeed, seems that within minutes of our very first stop in Yellowstone, we have already encountered a series of large, bear-looking tracks crossing the snow. Foreboding, to say the least.
Look at that. It's half ice, half water.
Wait, what?
On a lighter note, we're now taking in the scenery. Seems winter hasn't quite let go. It lingers in white sheets across the valley, while dark water quietly writes the first sentence of spring. And here, the foreground is a graveyard of fallen trunks and blackened snags. But scattered everywhere are bright green pines, quietly reclaiming the land. Beyond it all sits the impossibly calm blue water of Yellowstone Lake. Up close, the air carries a faint scent of sulfur, also known as volcanic perfume.
Moo.
Okay, I took 3.
Too close, it's freaking me out. Dude.
Believe that.
Hi, you're beautiful.
I can't
Big
believe
fan of your work.
I can't
Big
believe
fan.
like
Please, is Jesus. I'm the Jesus guy, and my name is also Jesus guy.
Jesus.
Danger,
God.
keep off thermal area. Our first thermal area with a warning. Do not touch any of that rock and Silas.
I know.
Oh, this is the steamboat overlook.
I did.
And here we are, our first thermal area. Steamboat Point, as it's called, feels like standing between two worlds. In front of us, Yellowstone Lake sits calm, reflecting distant mountains that have winter across their peaks. And at our feet, the shoreline breathes in slow white plumes, filling the air with steam from deep volcanic vents. According to the informational thingy, Yellowstone Lake isn't just a lake. It's apparently also hiding underwater geysers, hot springs, and a canyon nearly 400 feet deep. I ponder how lame that must be for wildlife. I mean, imagine being a fish here, taking yourself a nice cool swim today, and then, oops, accidentally wandered into a boiling volcano vent again. Next, we quickly stroll to the lake to see if we can spot any of the dragons from urban legend who are said to live underground, and maybe linked to the source of the boiling around here. Yellowstone Lake is home to cutthroat trout, otters, and waterfowl. But does the freshwater dragon of local legends live here? Unfortunately, we find no definitive proof today. Not a single dragon anywhere. Frankly, I'm disappointed in the level of customer service.
It's down there by the river, but you're not gonna be able to see it. Yeah, it's closed, and there's rangers. You through the trees back there, you could see it, but you couldn't see it now. That's why they're there, because they're watching the bears a bit.
Interesting. That parking area was closed to the public. Also, a sign talking about bear danger in this area. Certainly not foreboding at all. Since the nearby parking spot is closed, the tourists have decided the shoulder of the road is now an impromptu wildlife convention. Tripods sprout from the pavement like metallic weeds, and lenses the size of small telescopes, all pointed toward the same patch of forest.
Why did they
And here we are, the Mud Volcano, our first real thermal feature in Yellowstone. From what I understand, this mud volcano isn't actually a volcano in the traditional sense. Instead, it's a collection of acidic hot springs and bubbling mud pots powered by the immense geothermal heat beneath the park. So I know, intellectually, that the ground is heated by one of the largest volcanic systems on Earth. But my brain still can't fathom that the planet is literally bubbling. Geologists say a massive magma chamber sits miles beneath our feet, heating groundwater until it bursts back to the surface. Reasonable explanation. But I'd like to submit an alternative hypothesis. Freshwater dragons. Or Earth is just one of millions of relay stations scattered throughout the galaxy. And buried miles beneath our feet isn't just magma. It's an ancient space-time resonance engine, quietly injecting tiny pulses of exotic energy into the Earth's mantle. The geothermal activity isn't an accident. It's a side effect of the relay station constantly communicating with the machine hidden inside the boat's void. Every bubbling mud pot, every steaming vent, every geyser, simply the Earth bleeding off excess heat from calculations taking place hundreds of millions of light years away. Oh, and here's Dragon's Mouth Spring, I think. Unfortunately, the dragon didn't emerge today. Oh well.
You just drop. Okay, I want my keys like now. I'm scared that they're gonna fall through here. I want my keys. Give me my keys. You're dropping too much. I'm gonna freak out. Like, give me my keys, dude. Oh my god.
Of course, dropping my binoculars was immediately considered evidence against my competence. Within seconds, my dearest beloved determined there was an unacceptably high probability that I would also drop the car keys. Emergency key confiscation procedures were enacted without delay.
He stayed in my hand for the rest of the remainder.
That's so cool.
And here, we have an even bigger mud volcano. You can easily see the thick gray mud rising from somewhere deep below.
That smell, for some reason I like that smell.
Okay, yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I don't know why my dearest child receives enjoyment from foul stenches and putrid aromas. But if he can enjoy Yellowstone's noxious scents, perhaps he is built different.
By the way, I don't need that.
Now, we're leaving the bubbling mud behind and climbing the boardwalk into the nearby forest. As we head further up the trail, I keep one eye glued to the tree line, because I know, somewhere out there, they lurk. Noticing a suspicious lack of noise, I turn to see dearest beloved and child are huffing and puffing as the trail grows steeper. Gravity, it seems, has entered the chat. Up ahead, the trail winds through towering pines and disappears around blind corners. Indeed, This is our first official Yellowstone forest adventure. We're finally going into the forest area. But we spent so much time worrying about sightseeing that we didn't realize we had a much more immediate concern. The hill.
I gotta sit down. Oh shoot, too many feet.
Shit about water. Dude.
One steep hill conquered. I'm sure that's the only one though, right? While we wait for them to catch their breath, I invite you to make the journey to the like and subscribe button. If we can get this channel monetized, I assure you, we'll drag ourselves through many more wild endeavors with variable levels of preparedness. You don't understand how much you need us.
I know what's going on. Whoa, I can't even see the water back there.
Look at these rickety ass things. When we keep passing people, I'm like, and I go, I'm not out of shape. I'm just, this is not, I'm good.
Right off the bat, two things become painfully obvious. First, the air appears noticeably thinner than anything we're used to back home in Oklahoma. Every step uphill demands just a little more effort than expected. Second, we completely ignored the helpful sign at the trailhead, informing us that the hike is much less steep if you walk clockwise. Naturally, we didn't. Now, I guess let's enjoy the Mud Volcano Trail in reverse. This is a view reserved for visitors willing to hike the wrong direction and brave the steep hill. After all, a rare sight indeed.
Myself and have died for later. I may never do it.
I mean, we get to do it again tomorrow.
I've never done it.
I know I have climbing autism as well. Did you know that?
Huh. Isn't climbing autism just regular autism but with, climbing? Tell us in the comments. And here we have Sour Lake. At first glance, Sour Lake feels peaceful. The water glows with soft shades of green and blue, quietly reflecting the sky above, while steam drifts lazily through the trees. It almost invites you closer, which is unfortunate, because this is essentially a giant bowl of battery acid. The farther we walk, the lovelier everything becomes. The boiling mud pots fade into the distance, replaced by nothing but bird songs. Towering pines, bubbling brooks, and the occasional whisper of wind weaving.
Is that a bison or a bear? Get your binoculars out. What is that?
I think that's a bear.
Is that a fucking bear?
A bear?
I think it's just
No, there's something moving. I'm seeing something move with my fucking eyes. Is that a fucking bear? It just used its paw to wipe its face.
What is it?
Bear. It's not a rock. It's turning toward.
So naturally, when I see a bear, my first instinct is to race it back to the car. I had assumed the rest of the family was on board with that idea as well. I was wrong. They wanted to keep pressing forward even though all I had was my Gladius machete and my Conor McGregor noodle arm technique to defend us. So be it. The closer we get, the easier it becomes to tell. We have the rounded shoulders, the unmistakable hump, and the expression of complete indifference. Seems it's not an 800-pound murder machine. Instead, it's just another one of those fluffy, quickly offended wild cow things. I'm not even sure where it went, but yeah, we're good. For now, I think.
Is it roiling or boiling? Find out. Find out, bitches. Find out.
Seems we've reached churning
it's kinda
cauldron.
splashing up.
And for some reason, I once again have the insatiable urge to touch it. Alas, this guardrail and the cries of my family keep me from doing so. So, churning cauldron earns its name, according to what I looked up. The story here is superheated water and volcanic gases constantly surge upward from deep underground, throwing the entire pool into a perpetual state of violent motion. Unlike many of Yellowstone's calmer hot springs, old Cherney Boy here appears to have unresolved mommy issues. And just like that, our first journey through a Yellowstone trail, particularly the Mud Volcano Trail, comes to an end. We survived suspicious footprints. We survived bubbling alien cooling fans. We survived Dragon's Mouth. We survived one extremely steep hill that we absolutely chose to hike the wrong direction. And perhaps, most importantly, we survive what turns out to be a highly convincing bison impersonating a bear. I'd call that a successful day. If you enjoy watching a clumsy family wander through beautiful places with hungry, ravenous murder tanks wandering around, like and subscribe. Maybe come back and see where we wander next, eh? What else do you got to do? Keep walking.